Well, I accidentally bought a kayak. How do you accidentally buy a kayak, you ask? Well, it's simple. You go online, you see a kayak you like, you go, ooh, I could do that. And then you add it to cart, wondering how much postage is. Postage isn't too expensive. I wonder how much it's going to cost to do the old 4 and 4 payment on PayPal. Next thing you know, you've missed that completely. You've paid by PayPal and a kayak shows up to your door in 2 days. Oops. So we're going to open this bad boy up, take it for a test spin. Not today, it'll be a different day, but we'll take it for a test spin. Open it up, put it together. Once it's together, enjoy. Let's go with initial reactions without even using the kayak first, because I normally do that. Now, one, a lot of assembly of little things like handles, other little bits and pieces, which is all well and good, but does take a bit of time. So if you do buy this kayak, being the drop bear, whatever the drop bear X300, whatever they call it, essentially it's a old school Hobie drive, pedal drive style copy kayak. The reason I bought this was because right now, I'm saving for a new boat and new car and paying a mortgage, and I can't really afford a different kayak. Although I did just buy the kayak to fish, which I actually quite love. For a paddle kayak and how much I paid for it, I would recommend that in a heartbeat. Initial reactions on this is it's not well thought out. I like it, I don't love it. There's things in here that just don't make sense, like the sliding seat, great concept, however, it makes removing the chair a slow process. So I've either got to travel with the chair on the kayak, which means the kayak's got to be the right way round on my car, which based on how everything is on this kayak, is probably going to have to travel that way anyway. Two little things like storage hatch at the front, tiny. I don't know what you could put in there successfully. The storage space behind me, yeah, there's a little bit, enough to put a crate or a tackle bag in, but not a heap of space. Like, it's quite spaceless. It's going to be interesting for me to take my camera gear on this to see how that goes. Other things like there's no back storage hatch. That hatch just goes into the hull, so although it looks like it's for storage, it's not. So that's kind of weird. The tracks aren't too bad. They are off the hull a bit, so there's kind of that, you know, things are off the hull, which is also weird. The paddle clips in. Sorry about the traffic, I'm doing this out the front of the house, but the paddle clips in, so there's nothing to hold it in place. So when I'm going in a river, it's not going to take much for a tree to go between there and to knock straight off. So first step is to put the pedal drive in. let's put pedals in. So just lift her in. Twist her up. Alright. So my seat's too far forward here. Alright. So we're pulling up to our first spot here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no! Alright, so Toga like glide baits. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna have a warm Corona. I don't even like Corona that much. Just all I had in the fridge. Come on, dogger. Alright, quick christening of the kayak. She's been christened. Had a little bit of beer poured on her. Why do warm-ish Coronas taste like uni parties and touch footy parties? There's a distinct memory about that taste. It really is. Oh, okay. Another big complaint. Where my bloody cup? I just want a cup holder. Something we all laugh about, the old cup holder joke about having them as an accessory, but geez, we're used to them. Oh, yes. Look at that monstrosity. Yep. I reckon that's a bass. Yeah, it's definitely a bass. It's not a bad bass either. Yeah, that's a bloody pig. Oh, yes. Yes. Absolute studly. The first fish in this kayak. Yes. Ah! Ah, stop it. Stop it. The water's cold. How good are those results? Just pinned him right in the corner. Probably thought it was a nice big bony brim for a feed. Fact was not. It was my lure. Well, that's it's a good result, that one. That's a great result in my books. good bass. Kayak broken in. We've now officially wet the kayak. Yeah, all is right in Whoville, I guess. Okay, well, I'm gonna get some sunscreen out. So while I do this, I'll go through some of these features up the front here. So we got this hatch, for some reason got a compass on it. It's got a strap, which is good because I can put the pedals under there when I'm doing stuff. I like that. And you can strap other stuff under there, I guess. I don't know whether it's meant for the pedals, but they fit perfect. One thing I don't like, but kind of like, is the front hatch. It can be a pain to open and close with these little levers, but it does seal really nicely. The only water's come from when I've opened it and it's leaked in, so it's got that advantage. So I'm just sunscreening up, don't mind me. But it is a really small hatch, so in reality, I can't fit much in there. Personally, I'd like it big enough to fit a tackle box in there. A bit bigger would be useful. I understand that there's not much space up the front, but again, I probably would have set the kayak back a little bit, the whole seating arrangement back a little bit, because it seems it is quite front heavy when you sit in it. So in saying that though, it's a good hatch, does the job, it's just not big enough and it doesn't quite fit in everything I want in there. Like, it'd be cool if I could, can I fit a drink bottle in there? I haven't actually checked. Maybe I can just fit it. Oh, just fit the Yeti in there. Not even actually. So we can't fit that drink bottle in there. So it's just too small for a lot of things. Unfortunately. Just, yeah. Yep. Just a bass. All right, it's 2 bass on glides. Sick. Mate, you're hungry. Look at that. Look at the difference there. All right, that does it. The test and review, the test part of this test and review video is done. I got those 2 bass on the glide bait. Good fun, dropped a toga, and then had an eel decide that he wanted that glide bait more than me while he was in my kayak. And anyway, long story short, today was a successful, good little test day. We got to see how the kayak fished, performed, bit of wind around. Yeah. I mean, overall, I'm quite happy with this kayak. I do have some positives and negatives, and we'll go through that in 1 second. But overall, the end result, the end session here, thumbs up in my books. I do like the kayak. It did exactly what I'd hoped it to do, and that was provide me with a pedal craft at a good price. So, in saying that, we're going to go over our pros and cons list of this kayak. Our first con, which I mentioned earlier, is storage space. There is not enough storage space in this kayak, and it just seems storage areas weren't thought out well. Like, the front hatch just needs to be big enough to carry a 3700 size tackle box in it, which I believe it's too small to do that. If it was big enough to do that, it would make this whole kayak a bit better in my books. And the other thing is, like, it doesn't fit in a drink bottle height, you know, the popular Yeti today. It doesn't fit in. So that storage hatch is all well and good. It just needs to be a little bit bigger. The other negative is the back storage area. It's just not enough space. Like, yeah, I'd probably take a little bit more gear than most with the camera box, but, you know, you go out for a day, you want to take a little esky, something, food, a few tackle boxes, whatever. Maybe even you want to put a live well in it for Hobie comps or something. You're gonna be hard pressed fitting that back there. So storage space is not at a premium in this kayak. It is very lacking. That front hatch being, the middle hatch being round. I hate round hatches. And the very, very nope, I'm not, I'll show you. The back hatch, you'd think it's a hatch, but it's not. It's just the steering mechanism and access port into the kayak. That could be done a bit better. You know, maybe put that size hatch over the steering mechanism and then extend the back area and put a square hatch in somewhere else. It's just, yeah, it was lacking. And the last point is the steering mechanism and steering itself. It's not very responsive. It's not as quick as I'd like it to be. It feels cumbersome and it feels like you're not turning because you're pulling this back and forth. So, like, from a hands-on dexterity feeling, it just doesn't feel right. I get the point of having the push-pull system because it does make sense, but it doesn't at the same time. It is a simple mechanism though, and that's probably a positive to that. Okay, so we went through the negatives, the positives. And the number one positive of this is the price. At $1,500, like, I got everything I expected, a pedal kayak that didn't cost me an arm and a leg, and that has all the little features on it that I wanted, kind of thing. You know, has plenty of space, plenty of space for me to fish off, stand, sight cast, all that. Plenty of spots to mount cameras. It comes with all the rails already to fit your... I put the Starport stuff on there. The Railblazer, not the Starport. The Railblazer stuff on there. You know, that's camera poles, front and back. And I'll probably put a few more on there for a few other things. So that is a positive. That's a good thing. The pedal system works awesome. The quality overall finish, it looks good, feels good. I actually like these rod holders it comes with. I didn't think I would, but quite effective having the rods shoot out backwards out of your way when you're casting. And lastly, what was the other point I quite liked about this? The seat is comfy. It just needs a system to stop them sliding back and forth, because I keep leaning on this chair and it keeps slowly leaning backwards. But it is comfy other than that. So, would I buy this kayak again? I would. I do like it. Does have some negatives, but overall, for what I paid for it, I'd sit this probably at about a 7 out of 10 in terms of a kayak. You know, the standard being your Hobie, which Hobie Outback, I'd call a 10 out of 10 kayak, well designed, well manufactured, stupidly expensive. Here, I'd probably sit at about a 7. So far, the pedal system seems to be working pretty well. Everything in the kayak, stability. Oh, that's a point I forgot. Stability is unreal. You probably would have seen me while I was fishing. I was standing, I was moving around. I actually even fell in the foot pedal well and didn't even bother the kayak at all. So overall, the system itself, unreal. Like, stability, fishing wise, really, really good. So for what I wanted, a fishing kayak, awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it. 7 out of 10, would buy again, well priced, good to fish out of. Heaps of fishing room, heaps of spots to put tracks on, rail blazer mounts or other mounts that go into the rail. The pedal system seems to be working well. Negatives, as I said. So, hope you've enjoyed this review. It is honest. So far, yes, I would buy it again. 12 months time, we'll find out. I guess I'll do a review in 12 months time. But yeah, do give this kayak a thumbs up. For now, it's doing its job. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you like this kayak or you think you could see yourself in one of these for a good price point. I've got nothing to give away this week. Sorry. But, you know, leave a comment. I like interacting. I like talking to people. I like seeing who's watching videos. So, until next time, go out, fish and enjoy yourselves, and we out.